Hello Gunpla fans, Jotaro speaking. This is the unboxing of Revell 1/48 scale Spitfire Mark II. This is the kit I will be building for Gundam Eclipse's motor vehicle group build. So this is my first glued together kit and my first non-Gundam kit. Yes, this is my first non-Gundam kit other than, like, you could say, a action base. So I'm pretty excited and really looking forward to this. I really hope I learn a lot from this. I'm not expecting the best results, but I will try my best. So let's look around the box. We have this really nice painted representation. Like, it's very nice colors. Here you see the France's colors, I guess. That's what I'm gonna call it. And you see two German, they look like bombers in the background, and they're smoking, which I would assume means that he attacked them. It's really turned them to pieces. Revell, of course. Spitfire Mark II. This is skill level 2, so it's not the most basic, but it's not the most advanced, I think. 1/48 scale. Age is 10 and up, so I'm good. Let's look at the sides first. Here you see kind of like the back and to the side, and again Revell, and here you see the Spitfire with NK and then the little target, I guess you could call it, and then another K. Kind of very nice colors, very nice drab and what would you call it? I guess very good camouflage. Again, same thing. And then on the other side you have the same shot, no difference. A perceivable difference, I guess. Let's go with this side. So the features of this kit is actually really pretty interesting. So in length, it's 7 3/8 inch in length. The wingspan is 8 7/8 inches. You have 34 pieces. The body is molded in light gray, and you get waterslide decals. And here it says, the plane that proved to be more than a match for the best Germany could muster. It's piloted by daring young men such as Wing Commander Douglas Bader, who was victorious over 20 enemy aircraft. He has a detailed cockpit area and landing gear, authentic RAF or Royal Air Force decals, and molded in light gray and clear. So here you see some nice details. Here you see a couple of the decals, the realistic cockpit detail and the landing gear. So very sweet. On the other side, this is a very thin box, by the way. And here you see the paint guide. It says the paint's sold separately, of course. It shows you what you'll need, like blue, green, dark green, field brown, flat black, flat green, flat red and yellow, silver, sky blue, and steel. It says mono cement is required, and which is of course sold separately. And here you see the barcode if you guys with smartphones want to look this up. And so let's go ahead and open this. I have already opened this and looked through it kind of out of my own curiosity, really. See what I was getting myself into. Let's start with the manual. The manual is really interesting. It shows another kind of painted picture. And it gives you really a story of the story of the Spitfire, and I learned some things. This was a plane that came out at just the right time, kind of thing. Like, it was the greatest in its time until the end of the war, and when it wasn't really needed anymore. Here you get an explanation of what colors are what. Here you see a couple of the what would you call them? Kind of like the signs like that you see in Bandai's kits, like optional parts, or do not cement these parts, or a decal. Yep. So here's the front, and then when you open this, it's not a booklet, kind of more a poster, I guess you could call it. Here you see the instructions. I'm gonna go ahead and lay this out and show you it pretty in detail, because we don't really get to see these kits too much. So you build the instrument panel, And it takes about 5 steps to get the instrument panel and seat before you get to actually assembling parts of the main parts of the plane. So you make the wings, you make the carburetor, and here you see all the details. Got the side wings, the landing gear or the Pitot Tube, the rotor, I guess the rotor called, and then you see the cockpit and the details. And if you can tell in each part here, I think this is the best one. You see that it tells you what color to paint each part. It shows yellow on the tips, the middle should be silver, the propeller blade should be flat black, and the spinner back blade should be sky blue. So really interesting. It shows that you shouldn't glue this part so it can still spin, which makes sense. Let's see. And on the back you get a decal scheme for 2 planes. You get Aircraft Wing Commander Douglas Bader from November 1940 and aircraft of the POASC Lumsden number 118th F Squadron in 1941. So you see kind of like the different decal schemes, and as you see here, you do get those decals. Really nice. So I won't be using all of them, but I'll probably do the main one, the Bader one. So that means I think I'm going to be using the end case mostly, and these yellow signs. You see a couple of things, what goes in front of the wings. Here, this is really interesting, give you the seat belts. And let's see, what else do you got? And you got a couple of pictures, really cool. Check that out. Little guy running, I don't know, it's odd. But yeah, these are water slide decals, which is included, which is really sweet. The main. So this, of course, is a military model, and paint and glue is required. But at least they molded some stuff in it. This is mostly molded in the right color. So here you see the wings. This is practically the wingspan of what it will be later on. At it's almost 9 inches. Let's see if I can get the panel lines to show. I don't think I'm gonna be able to, but I mean, if I ran a wash through here, you'd be able to see all the panel lines and all the things that, all the details that Revell put into this. So here you see like the bottoms, and you can see like the places for the landing gear, and you see the top of the wings and where the main canopy is gonna be. So this, this is all in gray. Then you get these pieces, which is, the main canopy, I guess you could call it. With the back, which is not movable. And you see the side wings, that go right here. I don't know the detail. And of course, I guess since it is 1/48 scale and it's a scale level 2, these things are not built to move, nor are these. So modifications if I'd like that, but probably not. And then you get this runner, which has the propeller, big open space. Here you see, I guess, a carburetor, and some really small pieces. Like, this is scary, almost. You see some details. Look at this part. This is one part. I have no idea what it is. And look, oh, okay. How about this for small? This is the Pitot Tube, I think it's called. Which these are built to measure, I think, atmosphere, or how much pressure, air pressure. I mean, Revell really went all out, especially for this kit, at least in this scale. And here you see some more details. Here you see like not the boosters, but like the exhaust tubes. here are the wheels in gray, and here's the other parts for the landing gear. Let's see if I can do this. There you go. You can see all those panels in those wings. I mean, I'm definitely gonna have to put a watch to this. And then, as your last runner, you get clear parts. Let's see. Yeah, I'll take a look. You get clear parts, and that's a really nice clear. I really hope I don't mess this up. For the cockpit, and you get this really tiny piece right there. You can see it. So that is Revell's 1/248 scale Spitfire Mark II. Again, I will be building this for Gundam Eclipse's motor vehicle group build. I'm actually really excited because, you know, this will help me work on my seams. Like, you know, the two halves of the wings are gonna be an interesting experience, especially because it seems I'm gonna have to paint and glue around the same time. So I mean, I'm not really positive how I'm gonna go by these things yet. But I really hope you enjoy this, and I hope you learned a lot. I mean, I'm gonna this is gonna be a learning experience. I don't think this is gonna come out too well, but I mean, we'll see how it goes. But otherwise, if you have any questions, I'll be happy to show you. I'm gonna be keeping progress of this build in my work in progress thread over in Gundam Eclipse, so you should definitely check that out. But otherwise, that's about it. So the usual stuff. I'll answer any questions you have. But until then.